Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss another research methodology that is called conjoint analysis. Okay, so conjoint analysis was developed around in 1960s by a mathematician, psychologist, and statistician Luce and Tukey. The purpose of this conjoint analysis technique is to find out how consumers or the customers make trade-offs and choose among the competing products and services. Trade-offs means, for example, we are going to purchase a mobile phone. We have different features of this mobile phone, like the cost of the mobile phone, like its operating system, okay, its memory, battery, battery backup. All these are its different features. And what are the features important for us? According to this, we make some compromises. Okay, so these compromises is called as trade-offs. Okay, according to our choice, particular choice, we purchase a particular mobile phone. So we make like we want to purchase iPhone, but we we have money bond of 20,000, so we cannot go for iPhone. So accordingly we make trade-offs between various features. Okay, so this is called trade-offs, and we choose a product according to our best feature and requirement. So this is the main purpose of conjoint analysis, and it is also used to predict the consumer behavior or consumer choice for future product or services. Okay, हम कोई प्रोडक्ट, कोई कंपनी फ्यूचर में कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करने वाली है, तो उसके रिगार्डिंग किसी भी कंज्यूमर्स की क्या चॉइस रहेगी वो भी हम प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हैं बाय द यूज ऑफ कॉन्जॉइंट एनालिसिस. Next, it is a marketing research technique which is used for measurement, analysis and consumer preferences. Okay, ये मेजर करती है, एनालिसाइज करती है और कंज्यूमर की किसको, कंज्यूमर की प्रेफरेंसेस को. ओके, किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को लेके कंज्यूमर की क्या प्रेफरेंसेस होगी उसको मेजर करती है एंड एनालाइज करती है. The primary purpose of conjoint analysis is to model human behavior. Usually किस टाइप का human behavior? For purchase behavior actually. By measuring purchase interest in complete product or service. उसका purchase behavior को measure करके किसी भी product या service को लेकर. So it captures the market choice of customer. What do we do in conjoint analysis? The respondents or the consumers are asked in a survey to rank or rate their preferences for various profiles of products and services having many different characteristics, that is attributes and their label. Okay, consumers को एक सर्वे फॉर्म दिया जाता है जिसमें उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट या सर्विसेज के वेरियस एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं और उनको बोला जाता है अपनी चॉइस के अकॉर्डिंग आप उनको रेट करिए और रैंक करिए. ओके, उसको रैंक दीजिए. तो उस रैंकिंग के बेसिस पे हम प्रेफरेंसेस फाइंड आउट करते हैं. वी विल सी लेटर ऑन an example for better understanding. Okay, next, conjoint analysis is used to determine combination of attributes that maximizes the appeal. ओके, रैंक करने के बाद जब हमने रेट कर दिया, कंज्यूमर ने सर्वे फॉर्म भर दिया, उसमें रैंक दे दी हर एक एट्रीब्यूट को, तो उसके बाद हम एक कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एट्रीब्यूट सेलेक्ट करते हैं जो जो पर्टिकुलर कंज्यूमर्स ने मैक्सिमम अपील की है इसके लिए. ओके, वो कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एट्रीब्यूट्स हम सेलेक्ट करते हैं. So it can be used to identify the relative importance of attributes. Okay, it is used to identify the relative importance of attribute, or it can be used to help to determine the combination of attribute that makes maximum appeal, which can help to increase future profit. Okay, सो रैंडमली कुछ भी एट्रीब्यूट कस्टमर को देने से बेटर है कि हम उनसे पूछें कि व्हाट दे एग्जैक्टली वांट्स। ओके, तो उस अपील को हम कंसीडर करते हुए वी कैन इंक्रीज अवर प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो। Objective, what is the objective of conjoint analysis? Is we can identify the most important attributes or feature which must include in our new product to be launched in competitive market। तो कोई भी प्रोडक्ट हम मार्केट में लॉन्च करने वाले हैं तो उसके लिए तो मेन इम्पॉर्टेंट और एट्रीब्यूट्स क्या होंगे, ओके, दैट वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई। दैट इज द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ conjoint analysis। Next, the applications. We see the wide applications of conjoint analysis. First is to determine how to launch the new product or service. Okay. Next, to develop the new market, we want to launch a new product. So we have to identify the market for this product, particular product. So this conjoint analysis technique can help us to determine new market also. Okay. Next is estimate customers preferences and rivalry forces. Okay, तो क्या कस्टमर के प्रेफरेंसेस होंगे वो भी हम एस्टिमेट कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट एप्लीकेशन इज मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन एंड एनालिसिस ऑफ मार्केट ऑल्सो। ओके, तो कौन सा मार्केट इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को चूज करेगा उसका सेगमेंटेशन भी हम कर सकते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कॉन्जॉइंट एनालिसिस। ओके, जैसे कोई पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट हमारा एक पर्टिकुलर एज ग्रुप के लिए होता है। ओके, तो वी कैन यूजुअली segment our new product market also. Next is forecast market share of products based on estimated coefficient. Okay, तो कौन सा मार्केट हमें मैक्सिमम शेयर देगा, what will be the maximum market share for a particular product can also be estimated. लास्ट इज ट्रेड ऑफ एनालिसिस। ओके, ट्रेड ऑफ मैंने बताया था आपको क्या होता है, तो ट्रेड ऑफ एनालिसिस में भी वी कैन यूज दिस technique. Next, what are the basic steps of doing conjoint analysis? Number one is we have to identify the key attributes of a particular product and the various levels of key attributes. We will understand what are the attributes and its level also. So we have to first identify the attributes, various attributes and its various levels. Second step is to select the combination of attributes and labels, उनका combination select करना. Third step is to prepare representation of each product design को represent करना. Fourth is to rank the product design, जिसको consumer rank करेगा based on survey. Next step is to analyze data to develop relative importance of each attribute. Okay, तो रिलेटिव इम्पोर्टेंस फाइंड आउट करना ईच एट्रीब्यूट की. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज फॉर ईच एट्रीब्यूट डिटरमाइन इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ईच एट्रीब्यूट एंड प्लॉट अ प्रेफरेंस कर्व, किसको मैक्सिमम प्रेफरेंस मिलेगा उसको प्लॉट करना. लास्ट स्टेप इज टू इवेल्युएट द अट्रैक्टिवनेस ऑफ ईच एट्रीब्यूट विच माइट ब्रिंग टू मार्केट. तो कौन सा मैक्सिमम अपीलिंग एट्रीब्यूट है उसको इवेल्युएट करना इज द फाइनल स्टेप. नेक्स्ट, द वेरियस टर्मिनोलॉजीज रिलेटेड टू conjoint analysis. Number one is attributes. Okay, so what is attribute? Attributes are the important characteristics of any product. Okay, like for example, power. If we want to purchase a electric product or electronic gadget, so power is an important attribute to it. Brand name, okay, look or appearance, price, so these are the attributes of any product. Okay, label are quantities or qualities of these attributes. Suppose in terms of power, so suppose 375 watt, 600 watts, 780 watts. तो आप suppose we are going to purchase a new mobile phone, and with the various attributes, what are the various attributes for a mobile phone? Like its operating system, its memory. Okay, so the or a price. Okay, or its pixel resolution on battery, etc. These are various attributes of it. Okay, and what are the labels? If we talk about operating system, so it may be iOS, or it may be Windows, or it may be Android. So these are different level of operating systems. Okay, so similarly, these are the example of operating system. Like brand for brand, KitchenAid is the brand, DeLonghi, Bosch, this is the brand level, different levels of brand. We have selected 3 levels of each attributes. Okay, so suppose for each attribute, attribute 1, 2, we have selected 1, 2, 3 levels here. Okay, so we have given 3 levels of each attribute. Like for looks, we have selected contemporary looks, traditional look, or plain look. For price, we have given $250, $370, and $450. So these are different level of a particular attribute here. Okay, these are different level of particular attribute here. Clear? Next is utility. Next term is utility. Utility is a number that express the value customer gives to each level. Okay, utility means the value in terms of customer. Okay, so what value the customer gives to each attribute level is the utility of that attribute. Next is stimulus. Stimulus is nothing but the representation of product. Okay, so how we are going to represent different attributes and level of a product is called its stimulation. Okay, we'll see later in the given an example. Next, we are taking an example of water filter here, and we will do the conjoint analysis for this water filter. Okay, so first we will identify the attributes and labels of water filter. So we have taken 3 attributes. One is flow rate, second is pumping force, and third is price. What are the various labels? For flow rate, we have taken 0.8 liter per minute, 1.3, and 2 liter per minute, 3 different labels. Okay, similarly for pumping force, we have taken 3 labels. One is 1.5 lbs, 5 lbs, and 9 lbs. Price $40, $60, and $80. So we can represent it like this. So we have 3 attributes: flow rate, force, and price. And for these 3 attributes, we have taken 3 labels. Okay, so we can represent this labels and attributes in this form. Okay, next, the methodology for calculating the utility of the given attributes is given by the Aij, summation of Aij into Xij, where Aij is the utility of level j to of ith attributes. Okay, Aij is the utility of given attributes, I attribute, for its given level. Okay, where capital U is overall utility. Okay, it shows the individual utility of each attribute. Okay, and Xij is 1. It will be 1 if the level of ith attribute is present, otherwise 0. It will be 0. Okay, like the same example, if for attribute, first attribute, that is flow rate, we have chosen 0.8 liter per minute flow rate, and 5 lbs4 we have chosen and $60 we have chosen. So what will be the x11? This x11, it will be 1, and other force, other flow rate term will be 0. Okay, similarly for force we have chosen 5, so this will be 1, otherwise other will be 0. Okay, and similarly for price, we have chosen $60, so this will be 1, other will be 0. Okay, so we will calculate the utility of each attributes, and the selected attribute will be multiplied by this, and the remaining will be 0. Clear? So this is how we will calculate the overall utility of given product. Clear? With each attribute. Next, this is the stimulus profile. In this profile we have given 3 attributes having 3 levels of each attribute. Okay, so in total we will have 3 into 3, 9 combination. We can have 3 into 3, that is 9 combination. Okay, so for flow rate, force and a price, we can have totally 9 combinations. So this is how we can make totally 9 combination. First we are keeping 0.8 flow rate as constant, and we are, so first combination will like this, and next we will take 1.3 as constant. We can vary all these next parameters. So similarly we can make these combination. Okay, next according to this combination, possible combination, we will rate these combinations. Who will rate this? The consumer will rate this. We will prepare a survey, and we'll give this survey paper to the consumer or various respondents, and they will rate this combination. Okay, according to their choice. According to their choice, it shows like 0.8 flow rate, 1.5 force, and $40 price. Okay, well, what will you rate this kind of motor or water filter? So if you rate 1 to 7, we will rate is 1 to 7 we will rate it. So 1 means he is extremely unlikely to buy. He is really not interested or least interested to buy it. And rank 7 means it's very extremely likely to buy it. He is really interested to buy this combination. If the respondent ranks 7, it means it is extremely likely to buy. Okay, so 1 to 7. Clear? So suppose this is the rank given by the respondent. Okay, so 0.8 flow rate and 9 force and $80 is given 1 rating. That means it is least likely to buy. This combination is there are very less chances to buy this product having 0.8 flow rate, 9 force, lbs force, and $80 price is least likely to buy. Okay, so we will not make this combination. Clear? So this is the table having attributes and their rank, respective rank. Okay, next we will calculate the scores of each attribute here. Okay, so we have 3 attributes like flow rate, force, and price, and 3 levels of each attribute here. 3 levels of each attribute. So this is the possible this is the total attribute and their flow rate, and we will calculate the scores of each attribute. So like 0.8, this is 0.8. Okay, so their rank is for 3, 2, and 1. So total score for 0.8 will be 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so the total rank for point 8 will be 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6. Similarly, for 1.3 flow rate, 1.3 flow rate we can calculate directly, that is 4 plus 2 plus 3, that is 9. Okay, that is 9. Similarly, if we go in a force for 1.5 force, the score will be 1.5 force, that is 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5, 2 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so 10. For 1.5 force we have, sorry, this is 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 4 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, this will be 11. So the force, for force 1.5 force, the scores is 11. So same, likewise we can calculate the score of each attribute level. Okay, and according to their scores we will arrange it. Okay, okay, so according to the score from minimum to maximum we will arrange it. Okay, minimum to maximum. So like minimum is 6, so 6 is flow rate, 0.8 flow rate. Next we will go for 7, then 8, then 9, and the least will be 14. Okay, maximum will be 14. So in ascending order we will arrange it, arrange the attributes. Okay, in this table, so we have arranged these attribute scores in ascending orders. Here the attributes are written. Okay, now we will calculate the score, normalized score of each attributes. Now we will calculate the normalized score of each attributes, and the formula is, normalization formula is x minus x minimum upon x max minus x minimum. Okay, this is, that is a range. Now you can see the maximum is 14 and minimum is 6. So range will be 14 minus 6, that is 8. Okay, so we will calculate the normalized score for each attributes. So for 0.8 the value will be 6 minus 6 upon 8, that is 0. Similarly, for 7 score, that will be 7 minus 6 upon 8, that is 0.125. Similarly, we will calculate for each score its normalized score value or Z value. Okay, so it will vary from 0 to 1 maximum. Clear? So this wise we have calculated the normalized score of each attribute here. Now the next step is rearranging the original sequence. Okay, so first was the flow rate, sorry, next was the force, and last was the price. Okay, so according to that we have rearranged all the sequences. Okay, and their relative sum. So for 0.8, 1.3 and 2, we have just rearranged the previous table according to these attributes only. Okay, so if we talk about the first attribute, that is flow rate, that vary from 0.8 to 2. So minimum was for 1.8, that is 0. 0 था 0.8 का स्कोर, ध्यान देखिए प्रीवियस टेबल में 0.8 का स्कोर था 0 एंड मैक्सिमम था 2, 2 का स्कोर था 1. ओके, तो वही हमने रीअरेंज करा है अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्स्ट एट्रीब्यूट फ्लो रेट. तो मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या है जेड स्कोर की, 0. मैक्सिमम क्या है फर्स्ट एट्रीब्यूट की, दैट इज 1. सिमिलरली फॉर फोर्स, फोर्स कहाँ से कहाँ वेरी कर रहा था, 1.5 टू 9. ओके, फोर्स वॉज वेरिंग फ्रॉम 1.5 टू 9. सो द 1.5 का स्कोर कितना है, 0.625 एंड 9 is 0.25. Okay, so its score is 1.5, 0.625 and 9 is 0.25. So the minimum is 0.25 for attribute 2, that is force, and maximum is 0.625. Clear? Similarly, for price attribute, third attribute, price was varying from 40 to 80. Okay, 40 का स्कोर था नॉर्मलाइज 0.75 and 80 का स्कोर था 0.125. 40 score was 0.75 and 80 score was 125. So the minimum score is 0.125 and maximum score is 0.75. Okay, so next we will calculate the range of all three attributes. That's why we are looking for minimum and maximum for each attributes. Okay, so range will be, what will be range for first attribute? This is second. Okay, this is third. So what will be the range for first attribute? That is maximum minus minimum, that is 1 minus 0. Next, for second attribute, maximum minus minimum, that is 0.625 minus 0.25. Next, for third attribute, range will be 0.75 minus 0.125. Okay, so these are the three attributes: flow rate, force and price. The values are varying from 0.8 to 2, 1.5 to 9 and 40 to 8. So range is here 1, we have seen already. 0.65 minus 0.12, that is 0.6. For third attribute, that is price, the range is 0.75 minus 0.15, that is 0.625. The total range we can get by adding 1 plus 0.65 plus 0.625. The total is 2.225. So we can now calculate the relative importance of each attribute. Okay, so 1 divided by 2.225, that is total, into 100 will give the relative percentage importance of each attribute. Okay, 0.6 divided by 2.225 will give the relative importance of second attribute. For third that attribute, that is price, the relative importance will be calculated by 0.625 divided by 2.225. Okay, so we can see here the relative importance of flow rate is 44.9 and force attribute is 26.96 and for price is 28.08. So we can see the maximum importance is given to the attribute flow rate by the customer. Next importance is given to the attribute price, and least important attribute for the customer is force. Okay, so that's how we can identify the attributes having maximum importance in terms of customer view. Okay, so this was all about conjoint analysis. Thank you.